Yo, what's going on there, YouTube? It's your boy Marcus Levy, Angry Ranter, here for Vlog 175 in the Angry Ranter Vlog Series. So, got the all clear, all good go ahead from the dentist. So, looks like for all of 2019, 0 cavities. I appreciate, because that means less medical, dental expenses. Next appointment's booked for May, which is great, which will be after we reach the 1 year mark with this. About 2 weeks after we reach the 1 year mark. Grab some Burger King to celebrate. Just because there's like 4 of them left in this city, and that happens to be one of them. But here's where we're gonna get a little ranty, alright? Because it's what you come here for. I know I've had people go, wow, some of your videos aren't all that ranty. Well, this is supposed to be the get-to-know-me, lighter side of everything. But listening to the Angry Ranter Show podcast is where you can find most of that stuff, including my climate change episode that I did for episode 34. Hey ho, climate change must go. Check that out. SoundCloud, iTunes, Spotify. Or whatever your podcaster is. But anyway. So I was in the Burger King, and I understand people are going to say I'm a hypocrite because I was once a child. But I want to say something to my parents, because they're the ones who say that all the time. That's not a fucking valid argument. If I'm in a public place in the middle of the day and your kid's fucking wailing top of their lungs, you need to do something. The cry it out method only makes sense when you're at home. If the kid does something at home or gets in trouble and wah, then you fucking let them cry it out at home. When you're in public, you do something to shut them the fuck up right away. I tried to do something productive. Like, I tried to just ignore it, right? Like, I sat down in the booth in the far corner, kid's way halfway across the restaurant, kid starts fucking going off like a time bomb, so I just put my AirPods in and cranked a podcast up to full blast, sat there and enjoyed my meal. And then the wandering started. They fucking ditched this kid who's screaming, the parents, to like go to the bathroom or something. But both parents went at the same fucking time. Instead of, say, I don't know, one at a time, you know, ended up ditching the fucking kid who's like 2 at the table, kid screaming for his parents, wandering around the fucking restaurant, coming up to every table. Thank God he didn't come up to my table. But not saying I would have done anything. I'm just saying I don't like children. I care enough about children that I will always defend any action to see them one day become adults. But the world is adult friendly. I have not been a kid for 5 years. And that's not really a kid, that's a teenager. So realistically, I haven't been a child for over a decade. Okay? I live in a very different world. When I was a teenager, I was very nice and polite, and I respected most adults. Bearing in mind, I was raised to only respect those who respect me. I'm not going to just willingly bow down and give you my respect just because you're older than me. You got to fucking earn it. You know, some start a little higher off up the chain, like, you know, superiors and my boss or whatever, but they've continued to earn that respect by respecting me and respecting what I do. But the whole respect your elders bullshit, which I talk about actually in an episode of the Angry Ranter Show. It's one of the early ones. You'll want to go back and check that one out. I cannot remember the name of it at the moment, but it's one of the first, like, 8 episodes. Go and check that out. I talk about how sort of just giving into this whole, you know, respect your elders bullshit when they don't respect you back. Like, the people I get the most disrespect from on a daily basis are old people. You think I'm gonna fucking give a shit about them if they do that to me? I don't think so. I'm not gonna, like, blatantly get up in their face and shove them around and insult them. But do you think I'm gonna be like, oh, I'm so sorry that I'm a disturbance on you, oh great, born in 1937 one? Like, like, nah, go fuck yourself. Like, it's not how I live. Treat me with kindness and respect, you will get the same. But back to the more ranty piece. about children, okay? If we're on a bus, or if I'm in a restaurant or something, and your kid's going off like an alarm clock, you fucking hit dismiss. I'm not saying you hit the kid. I'm saying you deal with the situation. You do whatever you need to calm this kid down, and then when you take them out of the space, deal with them then as well. Like, we live in a time where half the reason I don't think I would ever want to become a parent is because we can't do what was okay for my generation. Oh, a little spank on the bum, a little smack on the hand. I'm not talking like the belt or the spoon or something. I'm not talking about, or the cane, you know. I'm not talking about fucking caning your kids or belt, or whipping out the belt and fucking taking one to your kids. No, God, no. That's abuse. Like what I was always told was discipline, abuse. You know what I'm saying? Like if I go for a little smack, that's one thing. But if I full on backhand you across the face, that's negligible. That's fucking neglect right there. Abuseful neglection, you know? But we can't do half this stuff anymore. You can't send your kids to the corner. You can't put your kids on timeout. You can't ground your kids because it's all considered psychologically damaging. Yeah, okay. Half the reason my generation turned out the way it did is because the one before us couldn't deal with their own shit. That's the reason my entire generation is so fucked up. You ever thought of that? Parents of my generation? You ever thought about how it's because you didn't give us enough attention, or because you didn't deal with your own crap, and then you had kids who also can't deal with their own crap? Yeah, think about that for a minute. But again, when I'm out in public, and especially in the middle of the week, yeah, if you have kids who are too young to be in school, I get that. You got to take them when you go places. What you need to do is deal with them right away. I don't want to hear that. I came into a restaurant to enjoy a peaceful experience. I didn't even want to have to stick my AirPods in to ignore your screaming child who is now running around the fucking Burger King screaming at everybody because they want to know where their parents are. And the problem is that kids don't know that people weren't paying attention to what was going on. I'm sitting around the corner, I can't even see them, but I can sure as fucking damn well hear them. And so, will I ever have a child? God, no. At least right now, I've made the decision that I'm going to push that ahead. And when I'm 30, I'll think about it again. Maybe times will have changed. Things will be different. But, and I'm not talking about, and I'm not jumping immediately to the conclusion of, well, I can't, like, physically or, you know, corner-wise discipline my kids, so fuck it. No, I just mean my life's also not in a place where that would do any good to me to do this. When you still live at home with your parents, having a kid, not a good idea. Just ask my parents. Anyway, JK, because that was me. So I'm just kidding. But I'm kidding. I'm done scolding them for what they did. But that's just to kind of make light of it. Anybody else got any child horror stories? Share that in the comments down below. Please like, subscribe, help grow the Angry Ranter Alliance. We're still at 23. I'll be doing a new update video once we hit 25, so please share this around and help get this up to 25. That'd be dope. One day hoping to hit YouTube partnership program. That'd be nice. But guys, thanks for watching. Check out the social media down below. See you in 176.